and the US have resolved to more than double the two-way trade to $500 billion by 2030. The two countries have also announced plans for a bilateral trade agreement with a view to bringing down duties and increase market access. According to the joint statement issued after the meeting of Prime Minister Narendra Modi and US President Donald Trump in Washington, the two leaders have also pledged the bilateral trade relationship to promote growth that ensures fairness, national security and job creation.
In the area of trade and investment, for instance, the leaders launched Mission 500, aiming to more than double total two-way trade to $500 billion by 2030. The two leaders also announced plans to negotiate the first tranche of a mutually beneficial multi-sector bilateral trade agreement by the fall of 2025. Both countries will take an integrated approach to strengthen bilateral trade across the goods and services sector. This will include themes such as increasing market access, reducing tariff and non-tariff barriers, and deepening supply chain integration between the two countries.
The joint statement notes that to realize Mission 500, both countries will negotiate the first tranche of a mutually beneficial multi-sector bilateral trade agreement by fall of 2025. To advance this innovative, wide-ranging BTA, the US and India will take an integrated approach to strengthen and deepen bilateral trade across the goods and services sector. The joint statement further said the two countries will also work towards increasing market access, reducing tariff and non-tariff barriers, and deepening supply chain integration.
Both the leaders have decided that we are going to engage proactively in negotiations so that we get the first tranche of a bilateral trade deal by this fall, which means that there is going to be some movement on products and items of interest for India in the US market. There will be some concessions on that, and some products of interest to the US in Indian market that will be done. But of course, this is the beginning, and of course, we have to engage in very serious negotiations.
Further, the joint statement said that US hailed India's recent measures to lower tariffs on American products of interest in the areas of bourbon, motorcycles, information and communications technology products and metals. In addition, it welcomed measures to enhance market access for US agricultural products and medical devices. The two sides will also work together to increase trade in agricultural goods.
Our Prime Minister Modi Saab and Donald Trump, they are planning 500 billion bilateral trade going ahead. That's going to be very good for India. Plus, we are anyway the fastest growing economy amongst major economies. So I think going ahead, as far as India is concerned, our economy is going to move in a fast pace, though we also have to be cautious.
We don't know what's the nature of this trade agreement, whether this will be free trade agreements covering goods and services or some other sort of agreement. Right now, the indications are not very clear, but it may be an agreement in different sectors, may not be involving the tariff cuts. About the FTA, we should notice that America doesn't respect the FTAs anymore, and they are taking actions against Canada and Mexico despite having a big FTA, US-Mexico-Canada trade agreement.
During the first term of President Donald Trump, India and the US had discussed a mini trade deal but was shelved by the Joe Biden administration as they were not in favor of a free trade agreement.